Good morning. Hold on a minute. You know, I always got some music going. Anybody out there know Big Head Todd and the Monsters besides me? Anybody besides me? I mean, I tell people like that is love Big Heads. It's bittersweet, baby. Bittersweet. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office. North Georgia's only live online morning show. Oh yeah, it's bittersweet. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Amanda, take the mic out of my ear, please. How are you today, Amanda? Are you good? Are you good? Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Now, yesterday, folks, I'm your host, BKP. If you would like, it's game day. It's game day. I know you're looking at my hat. Let's see, it is game day. We got the baseball out. Now, if you're new to the show, okay, if you're new to the show, I like baseball. I love basketball. I love football. I like hockey. I like curling, but I love baseball. Love baseball. I have my uniform on. I'm ready. This is my jersey. My hat is ready for this afternoon. Got the baseball. I've been called up, folks. Your host, BKP. I've been called up to the big leagues. I've been called up. It's game day. So I get a text message yesterday afternoon. Let me see. Where's that? And it's from Coach. You know, Coach sends me a message. It said, "Are you announcing tomorrow?" It's just that simple. I mean, there's no chit-chat. There's no back and forth. This is Coach calling. He just says, "Hey, are you announcing tomorrow? 5 o'clock game time to start." Well, you know, first of all, I'm worried if he's asking me to pitch because, you know, I could come in. I'm still good for 3 innings, Coach. You know that. I'm still good for 3 innings, all right? Give him the heater, Ricky. Give him the heater, Ricky. I'm still good for three innings. Ricky Vaughn, right? Are you announcing tomorrow game time at 5 o'clock? Well, I'll be there, Coach. Yep, I'll be there, Coach. Yes, sir. That's the way it works. So today is opening day at Fannin Rebel Baseball, and they will be taking on the Gilmer Bobcats. I love both these teams. I love both squads, coaches, love everything about it. Love the Gilmer players, the Rebel players. It's my kind of baseball game and game time's at 5 o'clock. And, why I will be in the booth. I go in the booth. And, you know, and I say things. I say like ducks on the pond. I've been practicing, okay? And 2 outs, 3 and 2. There's 2 outs, 2 men on base. And coming up the bat right now, number so-and-so, Jack Gobble. Can Jack drive those 2 runs in, or will they be left stranded? Anyhow, I'm ready for today. So anyhow, I've been called up. I've got a game today. Amanda, you're new around here, okay? You're just going to have to understand when it's game day, things are different, all right? I have a game today. It's like, now look, let me tell you something. Wait a minute, I'm going to tell you something, okay? I like to go into the... Now this is true. This is true, okay? I'm the kid. I got to put this out here. I'm the kid when it was like, when I'm like 8 years old, right? And it was game day. Like, my mom would not, you know, put our clothes out, like make sure we weren't wearing something, you know, oh, there we go. You know, that was back in the day where, we didn't go out of the house without an inspection. Remember those days when you did not go out of the house? You know what I'm talking about, Amanda? There was an inspection process before you went out of the house and got on the school bus, right? You know?
Nah, no.
You didn't have that?
No.
Oh, we did, boy. We had an inspection process. You did not leave the house without, you know, full inspection, you know? So anyhow, I'm the kid, like, you know, my mom's got my Sears Tough Skins out. Oh, I just went way back, right? You have no idea what that is. No idea, right? My Sears Tough Skins are out. Well, you remember Sears used to iron almost like a steel plate of plastic into the knee So, you know, the knee would not wear out, but you could not bend your knee. Remember those Sears Toughskins? Holy smokes, where am I going here? So anyhow, I've got my Sears plaid 1970s Toughskins laid out, right? And, you know, she's got my little shirt laid out there to match and so forth, and Superman underwear or whatever. You know what I'm saying, right, Amanda? So anyhow, but I'm the kid when it was game day, I would bypass that and I would put my uniform on, right? You know, and I would come rolling into the kitchen, 8 years old, for, you know, breakfast, and I'd be like, get back, Mom. We probably are going to have to go straight to the field after school. I should have my uniform on. That was me. I'm just telling you, that was me. I mean, it was game day. I mean, I would put the uniform on. I would wear that thing all day at school if my mom would let me. But no, I got to march back in there. There'll be plenty of time once you get off the bus. Mom, once I get off the bus, there won't be a lot of time. I've got to get over to the field. We'll probably practice beforehand. I'm probably pitching today. I'm 8 years old. I'm probably throwing 9 innings. Anyhow, all right, having fun. How can you not start without having fun? I am your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We are going into spring. I love the game of baseball. Can't wait to be up in the box calling out the batters coming up and what's going on today at the baseball field at 5 o'clock for the Fannin Rebels and Gilmer Bobcats. All right, that being said, yesterday, if you were tuned in, let's tell people how to get in touch with the show. If you want to get in touch with the show, it is 706-889-9700. 706-889-9700. That is our phone number. You can text us on that number, chief@fetchernews.com. You can send us an email, chief@fetchernews.com, and @fetchernews at FYNTV. Follow us on Twitter. Okay, that being said, yesterday, if you were in our 9 o'clock hour, we had learned of the death of the evangelist, the great evangelist, Dr. Billy Graham, and we actually on this show did at least a good 20-minute tribute to Dr. Billy Graham yesterday. I have had the opportunity, just go ahead and put up both pictures. And there's a reason for that. Let's just put up Dr. Billy Graham's picture, and then there's 2 pictures. There's a picture of the evangelist that used to hold tent revivals that got the national audience, the spotlight of the national audience, tent revivals, and then go ahead and put the other one up, the other one with Bill Clinton. Now later in the show, I'm going to tell you why I picked this one with Bill Clinton, and he became the president's, the pastor of the presidents. That was Dr. Billy Graham, America's pastor. Dwight Eisenhower is the first one that really had, he met with Truman, but Dwight Eisenhower is the first one, President Dwight Eisenhower is the first one that really had a close relationship with Dr. Graham. But anyhow, we talked about that yesterday. I have had the opportunity in my life, I'm happy to be able to say, to go to 2, I was thinking it yesterday, 2 Dr. Billy Graham crusades, one in what is known as Giant Stadium in the Meadowlands in New Jersey, Giant Stadium. This is back in the 80s. They were both back in the 80s. And one in Central Park. At Central Park in New York City. I got an opportunity to go see Dr. Graham in Central Park. So that being said, we wanted to make sure we did not, like some of the leftist news media, bypass the morning without stopping and saying, just remembering the great life of Dr. Billy Graham. Okay, now, yesterday, it's one of those where do you start day. Now, at 8:30, we have Carla's Corner coming up, okay? Carla's Corner will be at 8:30, okay, this morning, and she will be in here. And last night, what if, You know, the president had a listening session yesterday. Now, we'll start on some of this, and we'll probably go into the 9 o'clock hour after Carla's Corner. But put a picture, I think I put Trump listening session as the name of the pictures, and I put a couple of them. You can rotate through any of them. The president of the United States had an unscripted, okay, listening session with Betsy DeVos, the Secretary of Education, and also Mike Pence, the Vice President of the United States. They brought in family and from survivors and family of the Columbine shooting, Sandy Hook, the Parkland. It was unscripted. The president let the people say it was really listening. Now, the media is not focusing too much on this. They are reporting the president had a listening session yesterday, and he did just that. He listened. Okay. Now, for all of the for all of the people that say he doesn't have the attention span, he doesn't have, he can't focus, attention span, focus, same thing. But all the things they say about the president, it's times like this to where it is just proven false. The negatives about the president are exposed and proven to be false. Because yesterday, for over an hour, he let the media in, and they listened, and he talked in a very soft tone, a very caring tone, an understanding tone. I'm here, I'm listening tone. The only thing I wish he would have said yesterday, but no, I better not. It's not a laughing matter. But then again, hello, I'm Dr. Fraser Crane. I'm listening, right? Anyhow, he listened for an hour, did a great job. It was unscripted. Now, I want you to remember that it was unscripted, okay? Parents got to say what they want. If they didn't like AR-15s, if they called them assault weapons, if they called them weapons of war, nothing broke out. The president was very opening, all right? But then, on the flip side, CNN had a scripted, see, that was unscripted. It will not get the highlights that CNN got, okay? Because CNN had Sinead O'Connor and everybody like that, there. What is that girl's name that I keep calling Sinead O'Connor?
It's Emma Gonzalez.
Okay, so CNN scripted a town hall. And Marco Rubio, I don't know if after what happened to you in the Florida town hall last night, because they treated Democrat Senator Ben Nelson like gold, right? They treated some others like gold, but Marco Rubio was used as a, is it racial to call him a piñata? Would that be racist? Or punching bag? Or I like piñata better. So Marco Rubio is used as a piñata. They beat the daylights out of him, hoping the candy would fall out at any time, and he would finally say, I give up. I will support legislation that bans assault rifles. So we'll go with piñata. A punching bag just is there. But a piñata, there is results, right? So we're going to go, that's a pretty good, right, Amanda? You good with that?
You can break a piñata.
Right, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. Amanda's, you can break a piñata. Okay, so they were hoping to break Marco Rubio down last night with scripted arguments and scripted questions and letting the audience boo him and attack him. NRA. So I sent you a 12-second video. Do you see the one that says 12 seconds or whatever? Do you see the one that's only 12 seconds long I sent you? Can you know which one I'm talking about? Because I don't want to give it away. You got the one I'm talking about?
Okay, they can't hear me, but that one got flagged.
Why did it get flagged?
What was it? You want to turn off air and then I can look for it?
Okay, we'll look at what. I don't know what that meant. It got flagged. You mean when I sent it to you?
Yes. Well, no, it got flagged off of YouTube.
It's already off.
Yes.
I watched it this morning. You're telling me a video I watched this morning, I watched it in its entirety, has already been taken off YouTube?
The Parkland Survivor Girls Rubio or NRA competition, that's already been flagged. I can actually find enough of it.
Which one was it?
Parkland Survivor Girls Rubio or NRA competition.
It's been flagged. I sent you this one here. So there, oh my God, are you serious? I can't believe that. Let's see, I sent this one. I sent this one here. I wanted to, all right. Well, we'll get our videos for 9 o'clock. We'll get our videos for 9 o'clock. I can't believe that they're already flagging the CNN videos from last night. Where is? I'm looking at this. Don't take this wrong, but I have the same video here. I just pulled up, and I just want to see that YouTube. Not disputing you. I just want to see that they're starting to flag these already and pull them down. Not wanting people to see some of it. That's interesting. Okay, so. Yes, this video has been removed by the user. Whoa, I watched that this morning. I'll have to figure out which one that is.
Throughout Broward County, carrying rifles, armed. This afternoon, President Trump suggested that teachers, which is...
You know what video that is? I'll tell you what video it is that I had. It's the video where the kid attacks. Let's try this one. I'm going to send you this one here. And I'm going to
Senator Rubio.
I'm going to send you this one here, right here. You got it. And I know we're doing this on the air, folks, but they are removing things. I sent Amanda a video, and I think it's important that you know that there are things that are being removed from. When you hear everything we're doing is conspiracy theory, not us, but there's so much out there, keep in mind they are quickly removing things from the internet to keep us away. I've watched Stranger Things, Amanda. I know what this government will do. I know how they'll protect these monsters. All right, folks. So Rubio's used as a punching bag. I just sent you another one, all right? Last night. And the evil monster is the NRA, okay? The NRA is the evil monster, and campaign money. So, rules for radicals, right? Rules for radicals, Saul Alinsky, rules for radicals, there's number... my internet's running a little, not slow, but my tabs are sticking this morning. So on the computer, but rules for radicals, you got to remember, pick the target and freeze it. Okay, Saul Alinsky, rules for radicals. Okay, pick the target, freeze it. All right. Personalize it and polarize it. Cut off the support network and isolate the target from sympathy. Okay? Isolate it. Go after people and not institutions. Now, I know this is the NRA, but they're going after the people that take the money from the NRA. People hurt faster than institutions, right? So the NRA is the evil monster, but they're going after Trump. They're going after the Republicans. They're trying to break them like the piñata last night that they used Marco Rubio. They're going after the people. Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals right out of the book. Now they're talking about wanting to make an AR-15. You have to be 21. You have to be 21 to get an AR-15 is what they want to do. They want to pass a law. So how about 21 to buy beer, 21 to enter the military, 21 to buy a gun, and 21 to vote? How about that? I tell you what, if you move, because I'm looking at, and Amanda, it scares the living hell out of me, and I do understand that. I was 18 at one time, and I was able to vote at one time, but it absolutely scares the hell out of me to think that these kids are voters now. The David Hogg, the Sinead O'Connor that I call it, these are voters. So if they want to fight for AR-15s, assault weapons, to be banned, or we want to move it to 21, let's move it to 21 to vote, okay, for the Obama kids. This is a perfect example of the Obama kids throwing a fit. This is the generation that has always thrown a fit. Okay, they are standing in front of the microphone and they're yelling, didn't do a damn thing. Didn't do a damn thing. The louder, I don't know if you listen to the Florida, okay? If you listen to the Florida protest, no matter what protest you're listening to, except for the unscripted protest or the unscripted listening session at the White House, the louder they yell, and you did not do a damn thing. I'm wondering who is paying these kids' bills, okay?
Honestly, you know, even 21, that's still so, like, how old do you have to be the president?
All right, no.
No, really, like,
I
20,
think
even me at 21, like,
huh?
that's, even me at 21, like,
okay. All right.
I'm just not gonna say anything, but you know, that's so young. It's like you really don't hit your peak until at least 25, you know, maturity. I don't know about men, but I know about women. Men, it's like forever, 40 or so.
So you know, you went and took the conversation just somewhere. I mean, you did a men and women, and you did a 25, and then you just like, men should never get a chance to vote because they're just never going to be mature enough. Really, that's what you did. Folks, let me just say something because we're going to get into this. We got Carla's Corner at 8:30. At 9 o'clock, we're going to have a solid 1 hour. We're going to look at the listening session. We're going to have a lot of news from 9 to 10. We're going to look at the CNN pinata that CNN set up, and we do know there's a young man that said that CNN, there's several articles out that CNN scripted, okay, wrote a scripted, when he wanted to ask, the one kid wanted to ask his own question, CNN turned him down, okay, turned him down because they wanted him to read their scripted text, okay? So CNN scripted a town hall. All right, you know, let's just get serious for a minute. Why are we doing this? What are we solving? Because I understand there's a school shooting, and I understand we want to solve the problem, and I understand we want to have the discussion. Okay, we can have all that. Should we really be taking people's raw emotions right now? Okay? Raw emotions. Because you're going to understand, you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference, okay? You're going to see the difference in raw emotions and people hurting, the real unscripted, and then the kids that are being paid. Now, wait a minute. I did not say, I don't know how they're being compensated. I don't know how their bills are being paid, okay? But the kids that are reading the script, the kids that are playing in, they're joking around and having a good time, okay? Well, I'm serious as can be. They're not as torn up and devastated as you think they are. Why are we right now, the media, going into the raw emotions of a dad just burying his daughter? And just putting that out there. I mean, you know, isn't this like, in a lot of ways, is CNN just like doing Jerry Springer now? Is that where they're at? That they're playing on people's raw emotions and you know, everything is coming out? It's disgusting. Now, this David Hogg, there's a lot around Hogg. Is it Hogg? Is it Hogg or Hogg?
It's David Hogg.
There's a lot surrounding this kid. So supposedly, there's a lot surrounding him, and everybody's being called conspiracy theorist where this David Hogg is concerned. They're pulling him back a little bit because there's a lot of people looking into him and how well scripted and how well he did all of his interviews immediately. And if you don't believe these kids are being supported in any way, and you don't believe that the left is as low as they can go and could care less, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They do not care. These kids are dead. I know that's bold. I know it's tough. I know how it sounds, but they do not care. These people paid agitators. We found out there were paid agitators at Trump rallies to try to start fights. We know that. We know the left, the DNC, not maybe right out of their pocket. We know there were planned agitators at Donald Trump's rallies when he ran for president to try to create, okay, fights, try to create arguments, okay? We know that. You and I are not shocked in any way whatsoever. Before I go to break, and it's time for Carla's Corner, before I go to break, I just want to say, okay, mental health, background checks, common sense legislation. Those are the words: mental health, background checks, common sense legislation, gun control. You know, 17 died at Parkland High School, the high school there in Parkland, and it's very sad. And we have to do something, and you and I know what the something is. Not the solution the left is trying to give us, or CNN and MSNBC and Morning Joe, and they're trying to push the Saul Alinsky rules for radicals. Never let a good crisis go to waste. Never let a good crisis go to waste. They're not. But you know, MS-13 is responsible right now for 207 deaths. I don't know if that was last year. 207, not 17. MS-13. You know, there's not a mental health law that we could put in place that would have stopped the 207 the murders by MS-13. MS-13 basically would not have subjected themselves to the background checks that we are going to require of law-abiding citizens to own a weapon that they may be able to defend themselves, maybe in Long Island, against MS-13. Common sense legislation would not change. There's no such thing, by the way. Common sense legislation, along with background checks, along with mental health laws, would not have stopped the 207 dead MS-13. You know, see, first of all, you have to have common sense. People in the room have to have common sense for the legislation to be considered common sense. There's 17 kids dead in a school. And yes, something needs to be done to stop somebody that can walk in while children are in the classroom and murder our kids. Yes. But let me tell you what, there's more than 17. From Los Angeles, okay, from Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, Atlanta, New York, Detroit, Gary, Indiana. There's a lot more than 17 unsolved murders of John and Jane Doe by gangs with illegal weapons that there's not a single law that you would pass. Yeah, whether you like it or not, there's more than 17 in the morgues across this country of John and Jane Does killed by illegal weapons that not a law we pass. The laws they want to pass, they want to change, they want to modify, are for you, America, to take your gun. And they don't like that we say that. An AR-15, if you want one, go buy one. Hey, I don't know what else. I'm just out. Let's go to break. When we come back, it's time for Carla's Corner. So we'll be right back right after these messages. At 9 o'clock, we'll have some more news on the listening yesterday and the piñata beating that Marco Rubio took. Take us a break.